can you search a vehicle that has fled from you, then stopped, fully cooperated, and wants to release the car to a friend who's not getting arrested? Okay. My name is Anthony Bandiero, attorney and senior legal instructor for Blue Gold Law Enforcement Training, bringing you another roadside chat. This question comes from an officer in Tennessee. He says, wait, we tried to attempt a traffic stop and the vehicle flees. A couple miles down the road, the driver decides to pull over and stop. The driver and all occupants cooperate and exit the vehicle and are taken into custody or detained. The passengers are detained. And then we do our investigation. Officers decide to arrest the driver for evading. And he says that his passenger can take the car. Can we search the vehicle before releasing it to the passenger? And the answer is yes and no. You can't search it for probable cause. I just don't see probable cause here. You know, probable cause is a fair probability that evidence of a crime is going to be in that vehicle. And the way I like to look at motor vehicle searches is, what are you going to tell the judge? Like, what would you tell the judge about why you think there's evidence of a crime in that car? Fleeing is a crime, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to find evidence in the vehicle just because they fled. People flee for all kinds of different reasons. Now, if you have, evidence that the fleeing was motivated by drugs, and the evidence was motivated by a gun, you search them instant to arrest, and you find an empty holster on their waistband. Okay, you're going to be able to, and especially if they're a prohibited person, you'll be able to get into that car and so forth. But you can do a protective sweep of the motor vehicle. That case is Michigan versus Long, where the U.S. Supreme Court said that if you have reasons to believe that an occupant could be a danger to you, you can sweep it for weapons. Here, I think we have that, right? You have a person fleeing, probably at high speed. That's a very huge sign for guilty mind that there's more criminal activity afoot, and they decide to pull over, probably because after they hide everything, like their weapons and so forth. Can the passengers who are just in that vehicle, I know you're going to release them because you don't think that they're in on the actual fleeing, fine, but can the passengers then have access to weapons and so forth and hurt you? The answer is probably yes. I don't think this is just a reasonable suspicion standard. It's not a high standard. I think that their behavior is more than enough to believe that they could be a danger to law enforcement. They're not compliant. I know the passengers could be victims in this case where they're like, I can't believe you did that. But the point is, the driver certainly has a guilty mind, dangerous type of mentality. He may put other people at risk. So I think that you have at least reasonable suspicion that there could be a dangerous item in that car, and that's why they were fleeing. And so you can sweep it to make sure you secure those before releasing the passengers back into the car. That's what I think you can do. That gets you the passenger compartment, anywhere those passengers can access, including their bags. It doesn't necessarily get you into the trunk unless you have reason to believe that they access the trunk, like a pass-through and so forth. But yeah, I think that you can at least sweep the vehicle under these circumstances. In fact, I think that after you get them out of the car, which you probably did a high-risk felony stop, after you get them out of the car, you're probably going to sweep it and make sure there's no weapons in there that the passengers can access and so forth. So generally speaking, I think we're fine. Articulated. I hope this question and the answer have helped you. Get it right every single time. If you like what we're doing here at Blue to Gold, like, subscribe, share with your friends. Until next time, my friends, you stay safe.